and welcome to The Daily Show with me, your cruise director, JC.
And me, your activity manager, Mark.
Well, it's lovely to meet each and every one of you. Welcome to channel number 2. This is going to be your channel of interest, your channel of fun, excitement, positivity, energy.
Hesitation.
Hesitation will definitely be there as well, no doubt. Now, let me just introduce myself on a more formal level. If you didn't get an opportunity to meet me last night in the opening night show, then, well, you missed a great night to begin with. Don't worry, I'm going to give you many opportunities to come to the theatre tonight. But like I said before, I am your cruise director here on board. I hail all the way from the university town of Oxford in England. I am a British man through and through. And next to me, my right-hand man, if you will, the activities manager, Mark, hailing all the way from, where is it you come from again? Somewhere down south, where is it?
England.
Yeah, that's it, England, yeah. Whereabouts was it?
Just north of London.
Just north of London. You know, narrow it down a little bit.
Buckinghamshire.
Buckinghamshire, that's the county. Royal, you come from the Royal County.
The Royal County.
Wow, are you fourth in line to the throne?
Fifth.
Fifth
now with the birth.
Now's the birth has of course put you down one. That's a shame.
Bumping me down that list.
That's a shame.
But one day I shall be king.
That's lovely. That's wonderful. And what town is it you come from exactly?
So it's a little village.
Oh, it's a village.
It's a village.
Is it a hamlet?
No, just a village.
Oh, well, you have a church.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Well, isn't a hamlet a village with a church without a spire?
Oh, yes, I think you might be right. Yeah, yes. So which village do you come from with a church with a spire?
It's called Chalfont St. Peter.
Excuse me? I thought you said you lived in England, not France.
No, it's called... Oh, that would be Chalfont St. Pierre.
Ah, of course.
Chalfont St. Peter.
Wow, that sounds lovely. And how many people live in your village?
About 32.
32 people, wow. Okay, well, that's lovely. So, Mark, your activities manager, is in charge of a lot of the fun around the ship as well, looking after all of your celebrity life activities. Now, you're going to be hearing that word a lot throughout the course of the cruise, or those words a lot, because it's something here on board the Celebrity Constellation we feel we do better than any other ship in the fleet. Your celebrity life activities are going to blow your socks off this cruise. Is that fair to say?
That is absolutely spot on the money.
Yeah, all right. So now each and every single day here on The Daily Show, we're going to be doing a lot of fun things. We tend to start with information that you're going to need to know, i.e. on the port of call we're going to be in, whether or not we are going to be arriving at a certain time, departing at a certain time, where the gangway might be, what time you can get off the ship, what time you need to be back on board the ship, things like that. All the important information you need to know, especially in the early ports of call, just to get you used to the flow of how things go here on board. Not only that, we're going to be giving you some highlights, a quick rundown of your daily. Now, this is the program that gets delivered to your staterooms each and every night for the following day. So before you go to bed every single night, you need to just go through that program and tick off the things you want to take part in or get involved in the following days. So just make sure you're nice and organized. Not only that, after we've spoken about some of the highlights of our celebrity life activities taking place around the ship, we're going to be doing some fun stuff as well, Mark. We'll be giving some port information. We've got weather. We've got to give weather updates every day.
Yeah, we'll let you know what the weather's going to be like in our various ports of call.
Not only that, we'll be telling you what time you can get on and off the ship. We'll be doing you'll be doing some brilliant impressions, celebrity birthdays.
Yeah, I'll be letting you know about celebrity birthdays. I'll be letting you know about crazy laws, funny facts.
Crazy laws?
Crazy laws.
What's that?
Crazy laws. Laws which are crazy.
Oh, laws.
Laws.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes.
That's what I said.
Sorry, I didn't understand you, first of all. We've got fun facts as well from the countries that we're going to be going to. Some mind-boggling facts of the ports of call. Not only that, Dear JC, which is a letter-writing campaign that we have here on board. We'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a moment. We have a lot of national days as well taking place.
Yes, we do. And we've got some crazy ones around the world. We'll be telling you about those each and every day right here as well.
We've got a feature called What Sock as well coming up throughout the course of the cruise, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And we're going to be having some interviews as well. We're going to be interviewing some of the crew members here around the Constellation that have got some wonderful offers for you this cruise. You can make some incredible savings. You really can throughout the course of the voyage. We're going to be interviewing people that are running the other departments as well around the ship, and some of the headliners, the guest entertainers that are going to be performing for you. So it's going to be a real Molotov cocktail, if you will, a plethora,
a cornucopia,
what's that? Oh, what's that one we used last cruise. I can't remember. What's it called?
Lot.
A lot, that's it. A lot of things going on throughout the course of the cruise. A veritable treasure trove.
Oh, very nice.
That's a nice one, isn't it? I like that one, yeah. So make sure you're tuning in each and every single day. Channel 2, it is your one-stop shop for a lot of fun and positivity first thing in the morning. And all you need to do is grab that remote control, flick on the TV. Before you even get out of bed, we want to be making you smile. We want to be making sure you're laughing and giggling with your loved one in bed before you even get out of bed in the morning. And, of course, we're going to be informing you as well, which is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're just going to go through a few of the highlights for today. As you know, it is a C Day today. It's the C Day number 1 of 4. Today is Sunday, the 25th of August, 2013, just in case you forgot the year. And we are looking at a very, very busy day today.
Yep, lots going on for you around the constellation today. Lots of celebrity life highlights and activities for you to be involved in. We kick off bright and early. We've got a watercolour artist with us this cruise. Yes. Her name is Jane. She's going to be in the Reflections Lounge up on deck number 11 forward each and every C-Day morning at 9 a.m. presenting a different watercolour class each time. So you can join her for her first watercolour class today. 9 o'clock in the Reflections Lounge. Today she's doing Amsterdam landscapes.
Ooh, look, I bet there'll be some wind turbines in there somewhere.
I imagine so. Windmills, not windmills. Windmills?
Well, yeah, they have a lot of old school windmills in around Amsterdam, but more modern, and they've got a lot of those wind turbines, haven't they, generating the power for the Netherlands.
But it's your painting. You can put what you want on it.
You can put me marking it down the front if you want, just having a picnic.
Thumbs up.
Hey.
We've also got a Zumba instructor on board.
What?
A Zumba.
Zumba who?
Zumba what?
Zumba where?
Zumba instructor.
Oh, what's Zumba then?
Zumba. Zumba is the latest fitness dance craze to be sweeping not just this nation. We're at sea, so I'm not sure which nation it is.
Everywhere in the world.
But every nation. Of course, Zumba, the latest, hottest Latin dance fitness craze. We've got a Zumba instructor on board with us. Her name is Elvie. She'll be hosting 2 classes today, 10:15 and 4:15, up by the poolside. That is weather permitting, of course. So keep your fingers crossed for nice weather. But all being well, 10:15 and 4:15 out on the pool deck.
Now, I heard Zumba is exercise in disguise.
It's funner-size.
Oh, that's a nice way of putting it. Yeah. Are you a Zumberer?
I'm not a Zumba. No.
Are you a believer?
A believer?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
You're not?
I'm a spearite.
What's that?
Brittany.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was called a spearite.
I just made that up.
Oh, okay. I'm a believer.
Are you really?
Huge believer, yeah.
You like
I'm a Zumberer and a believer. Can you imagine if he was to incorporate that in the show? It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Who? Little Justin.
Justin, yeah. People probably don't know what we're talking about right now. No.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
If you're a believer, you're a Justin Bieber fan.
You're a Justin.
Everyone is, aren't they? I mean, he's like the new Michael Jackson. Some differences there, but yeah, you don't think so? We'll come back to it.
I really hope not. We've got trivia for you as well. We've got 2 general knowledge trivias for you at 10:15 and 4:15. Both of those will take place in the Rendezvous Lounge. But we've also got some special theme trivias for you throughout the day. 11:30. I'm going to be in the Michaels Club with a movie poster trivia, and that is because of our big showtime this evening, which we'll tell you more about a bit later on. But movie posters at 11:30 in the Michaels Club. 1 o'clock in Reflections, we've got round number 1 of the Battle of the Sexes trivia. It is the men versus the ladies, so you can join Taylor from your activity staff for that. And then tonight, just to throw it in there, 10 o'clock in Michael's Club, I'm doing a music from the movies trivia.
Oh, really? What's your favourite movie? That sounds like a really great movie. I must have missed that one.
It was good.
Was it?
Not as good as the sequel.
What was the sequel?
2. But it's a good film. We've also got our first session of Snowball Jackpot Bingo. $5,000 could be won if you can get a full house, a coverall or a blackout in 46 numbers or less. That's at 2:15 in the Celebrity Theatre. Cards go on sale at 1:30. We've got a ballroom dance class with some of the stars of the constellation. You'll have a chance to see them tonight, but you'll also have a chance to meet them at our ballroom dance class. We've got a modern line dance class for you as well. We've got a volleyball challenge where you can take on the activity staff in a game
Is that
of volleyball.
wet volleyball or dry volleyball?
That's dry volleyball.
Dry volleyball.
Dry volleyball. We can't do the activity staff can't do wet volleyball because our hair goes frizzy.
Oh yeah, well, as you can see, we clearly I take a lot of pride in my appearance and hair in particular. So sorry to interrupt.
And we've got lots more going on besides all of that. Like JC said, just check your celebrity today for all the times and locations. It's a very busy C-Day. We don't have enough time.
We don't.
To list everything we've got going on for you today. So
I've got a couple of things I want to mention.
Okay.
Is that all right if I just add those in? Before you round that off, before you sort of put a period on that there, I just want to...
Well, can I finish and then throw to you?
Okay, why not?
Okay, so check
That's great. So 11 a.m. today in the Reflections Lounge, ladies and gentlemen, we have a flash mob dance rehearsal. Flash mob.
Yes.
It's the flash mob.
Yes. I was going to talk about that, but I forgot.
Yeah, I got in there, you see. I see.
We have a flash mob dance rehearsal a bit later on in the cruise. You will have the opportunity to perform as part of our flash mob. I'm not going to tell you when, I'm not going to tell you where, because we only want our flash mobbers to know to keep it a surprise. But if you fancy being part of that performance, then your first rehearsal is today in the Reflections Lounge at 11 a.m. You can join Ashley from your activity staff and some of the stars of the constellation for that. Yeah,
but basically, without telling you when the presentation is going to be, this is a really fun thing that we want as many of you to get involved as possible, because we're going to teach you a really, really fun dance routine that's really easy to pick up, and we are going to be then implementing you within a show at some point throughout the course of the cruise, where you're going to pop up and surprise everybody and do this routine. You're going to love it. You really are. So make sure you turn up today, like Mark said, 11 a.m. in the Reflections Lounge is the first rehearsal, but we will be having more throughout the course of the cruise. Also, 10:15 a.m. today, on behalf of the Shore Excursions Department, I'd like to mention that the Shore Excursions presentation that's taking place today is something you really don't want to miss, especially if you haven't yet chosen what shore excursions you're going to be doing throughout the course of the cruise. Now, all of these great ports of call we're going to some wonderful areas of the world, some incredible cities, and you are going to want to take full advantage of celebrities' options when it comes to shore excursions. So at 10:15 a.m. today, don't miss that presentation. They're going to be giving you all of the information on these amazing destinations and some more intricate information as to how these shore excursions are going to run, and more sort of detailed info on the things that you can experience on those shore excursions. So please make sure, if you want to make the most of your time ashore this cruise, you'd show up today at 10:15. That'll be inside the Celebrity Theatre. Yes, Mark. I was
going to say, very important to remember as well, we've got 2 days in St. Petersburg, and in order to be able to go ashore in St. Petersburg, due to the customs regulations, you have to be on a shore excursion.
Yeah, you cannot just walk off the ship in St. Petersburg, folks, just to let you know that. I'm sure you do already, but that's not a celebrity rule. That's the same for anybody, any ship in the world, any lesser cruise line will tell you the same.
Yeah. So the Shore Excursions presentation, a great way of finding out what is on offer for you from our Shore Excursions department during the course of this cruise.
Now, tonight, moving on to the evening's proceedings, many musicians playing around the ship for you in all of the bars and the lounges, but I really want to talk very quickly now about the main show tonight, because it is going to be a spectacular.
Oh, it's going to be
massive.
It's going to be the best show of the cruise so far.
It will be, for sure. Now, showtimes this evening are a little bit different than the showtimes previously yesterday, because it's a formal night, first of all. That, of course, will move our showtimes a little bit differently, and I'll tell you the reason why. On a formal night, people like to take extra time to get ready, to prepare themselves. You know, the guys have got to put all their makeup on. You know, the ladies need to iron their shirts and yeah, they need to do that, and people want to have formal night portraits taken as well with their friends and their families and their loved ones. People also want to go for pre-dinner drinks, post-dinner drinks that elongates the whole evening as well. So because of that, the showtimes this evening will be both post-dinner shows, which means you will eat your dinner in the beautiful San Marco restaurant, and then you will come and see the show. So showtimes tonight will be at 8:30 and 10:45 p.m. 8:30 and 10:45 10:45 p.m. Now, you need to be there at that time because you're going to get an opportunity to meet the master of the vessel. He is going to be introducing all of his senior officers and staff on stage, toasting at the beginning of an incredible voyage up here in the Baltic on the Celebrity Constellation. So you need to be there by the very latest, 8:30 for early dinner and 10:45 for later seating. And as soon as he's done his introduction and we've had the, you know, the pomp and the ceremony and of everything, then we'll be kicking off with the show tonight, which is I, Hollywood, which is a brilliant, it's a movie-themed show.
It is. It's a fantastic show featuring the stars of the constellation, our singers and dancers. The first big production show of the cruise for our first formal night.
Yeah, and to tell us a little bit more about what you can expect tonight, we're very fortunate here to have just one of the 17 crew members as part of the stars of the constellation. We have 17 cast members here on board, and one of them today is going to come in right now here into the studio and tell us a little bit more about it. So why don't you come in, the lovely Philippa Linus from Australia, one of your vocalists here on board. Hello, Philippa.
Hello, JC. Hello, Mark.
Hello.
Now, lovely to meet you. Lovely to see you. So you're from Australia. Whereabouts exactly?
I'm from the Barossa Valley in South Australia.
Whoa, the what? The what?
The Barossa Valley.
Right.
You know, the Aussies would have got that first go.
Yeah, we've got a lot of Aussies on board this cruise, like over 100 Australians.
126.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And are you? Do you know any of the Australians on board this cruise?
Well, I happen to know 3 of the Australians on board.
How is that?
Well, my mother, father, and grandmother are sailing with us.
Wow, they came all the way from Australia to sail with you, to see you working. Isn't that lovely of them?
The constellation and the stars of the constellation are that good, they flew for 26 hours.
26 hours. Could you imagine that, Mark?
That's more than a day.
That is unbelievable. Well, yes, well done, Mark. Excellent job. Super stuff. All right, so first of all, let's talk a little bit about you before we get to the show tonight. So I, Hollywood is the show, but how did you get here, Philippa? What did you do in your career to make your way as a star-studded vocalist, part of the stars of the constellation? Talk us a little bit through it.
Okay. Well, I have 2 degrees in musical theatre. I started, obviously, in Australia. After I finished high school, I went to Ballarat. Ooh. Ballarat, I don't know. And I studied at the University of Ballarat and got my BFA in musical theatre. Right. And then I performed in Melbourne for a year, and I thought, you know what, I could do a little bit more study. I'm still young. So I moved to the big bad streets of New York City.
Ooh,
really?
Yeah. Oh. Man, that was a leap of faith right there.
I don't know what I was thinking at the time. Just moved to New York, become a star. Wow. Ooh. Anyway, I had some confidence. So I studied at the American Musical and Dramatic Academy, AMDA, for 18 months. And then I was very lucky. Straight out of school, I was nominated for an award, and I won Broadway's Rising Star in 2011 and performed on Broadway.
Wow, that is some leap of faith, and good for you, young lady. Brilliant.
Thank you.
And
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know.
I didn't know that. I've known you for months. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. So now you're here on the beautiful Celebrity Constellation, bringing your talents to the stage here. Tell us a little bit about what the guests can expect tonight in I, Hollywood.
It's very classy show. We start off at the Academy Awards, which is fabulous. It sets the scene for the first formal night. And then we go on a musical journey from the black and white days, Ginger Rogers, Fred Astaire. Brilliant. And then we go right through to the flash dance, the dirty dancing, everything really in between. I don't want to give away too much, but I will give away, we do a fantastic James Bond medley.
Between Mark and I, which one do you think best represents James Bond? I'll give you a quick impression just to sort, all right. Hello, Miss Moneypenny. The name is Bond. James Bond. That's my impression. I know what you're thinking. Probably 9 out of 10. There's always room for improvement with impressions. Mark, why don't you give us your quick James Bond impression? Yeah. Go, yeah. Go. Yeah.
Shaken, not stirred.
Okay, so off you go.
That was it.
That was Sean Connery. That was the Scottish accent.
Who's Sean Connery?
James Bond. Was that your James? That was
Roger Moore.
You were doing a Roger Moore. That was Roger. All right, so you know what? You can think about that and give us your answer. That is tough, I know.
Shaken.
Okay.
Not do it.
Thank you.
Enough.
Just in case I didn't get it.
Yeah,
the first
I know.
time.
Yeah.
Just
no.
no, just so you know, don't want to like tell you I'm being too clever for you to get.
Yeah.
But that was Roger Moore doing an impression of Sean Connery.
Right there it was. That's why it was a little skewed.
Yeah,
No
a little
doubt.
bit, out there.
Rough around the edges.
I put a little bit of self-interpretation in there, you know.
Say the least. All right, so showtimes tonight, 8:30, 10:45. Any shout-outs you want to give right now? Anything you want to say to our guests that are here on board? I mean, looking forward to the other production shows as well.
Yeah, you've got to come. We have 4 big production shows, and I must say, tomorrow night sets it up. We'd love to see you there. And just for the Australians, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Yeah, I could hear a little oi 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 coming out there. I could hear that. All right, Philippa, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're a very busy young lady, so
yes, as vocal captain, now I need to go home and notate you two.
thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Philippa Linus, off she goes. Thank you so much for joining us here on the green sofa, here in the Green Room studio.
What does notate mean?
It means to take note
Oh, thank goodness.
with a
Well,
pen, like to notate, you know, just write stuff down to.
Looks like something a vet might do.
That sounds painful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Almost, yeah. All right, folks. So there was Philippa. Each and every day we're going to be having special guests here on board to give you the snoop, if you will, the gossip, the lowdown.
The inside track.
Yes.
The
of
full
it.
SP. The
yeah.
411.
Yeah, that's what's going to be happening. So make sure you're tuning in every single morning here on the Daily Show. Now, Mark, do we have any weather to give our guests today? Because we're at sea today. What's the weather going to be like? It's looking good, bad. We've got a map. I told you to print off a map.
I've got a
didn't I?
map. I've put it in place for us already.
Where's the map?
Here is today's map.
Where?
It's up. I came in early.
What's that?
That's the map.
What is it?
This is the map. You wanted a map of where we are. This is the map. We are at sea. Here is the sea. Here is the sea. Here is the sky.
No,
The weather comes from here and goes down here.
Mark, I said to you, print a map of the Baltic region. I said I want to be able to see from Amsterdam all the way up through Helsinki, St. Petersburg, Stockholm, Tallinn. I said print a map, man.
This is the Baltic Sea.
Yeah, but where are we? How do the guests know where in the world we are?
These are live pictures of right now.
Really?
Which
Live.
is why you can't see us, because this is live.
Right. So this is taken from the bridge camera, which is fair to say.
This is
Wow.
you can't see us because obviously we are looking out from the front of the ship, and this is where we are. I think you'll find, if you don't believe me, if you pop on the bridge channel on your TV, don't do it now, don't change channel now because you're watching us, but check later, you'll see very much a similar image,
And
because it's a live picture.
That's where we are.
Yes.
That's your map.
This is the map.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Any update on the weather today?
It's gonna be there.
Weather's definitely going to be happening.
Weather's definitely gonna be happening.
Whether or not, weather will be there.
It's definitely something's gonna happen.
All right,
Could
so
be
I can,
could be sunny, could be cloudy, could be hot, could be cold. Probably not going to snow, but you never know. But there will definitely be weather today.
So is it fair to say that we can guarantee our guests a much more factual and accurate weather update on port days?
I'm not. Factual and accurate. I'm not sure.
Could we say we could try our best? All right, let me just tell you a little bit about the weather up here in the Baltic, ladies and gentlemen. It is... you can literally get 4 seasons in one day up here, and although we try our hardest to give you the most accurate weather information printed on the front of your daily program each and every day, please be aware that the weather can vary dramatically depending on what Mother Nature wants to do up in this area of the world. So just bear that in mind this cruise, because if we say it's going to be cloudy, it's probably going to be sunny. And if we say it's going to be sunny, it's probably going to rain. We just don't know what's going to happen. And although we print it for you, please bear in mind that we are going by weather information that's come from msnweather.com, yahoo.com, google.com.
Sometimes we just make it out.
Sometimes we just make it up. Yeah, we do. So there we go. All right, Mark, celebrities. Which celebrities in the world have birthdays today?
Just quickly, when are we having the 4 seasons on?
The 4 seasons in... No, 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah, which day are we having them?
No, they're not the band, not the 4 seasons. It's, it's spring, summer, autumn, winter. You can have all 4 of those seasons in one day.
Not the band.
No, nothing to do with the band. The actual seasons. You know, spring, summer. Just read the...
He doesn't know what the other 2 seasons are. We have got some celebrity birthdays. Like JC said, today is August the 25th, which means it's the 237th day of the year.
Wow.
Only 128 days to go until 2014.
That's it?
It is racing away with us. And just think, by the time we get to the end of the cruise, that number will have gone down by 12.
Oh, yes. Brilliant math.
Oh, thank you. We say today, happy birthday to Alicia Keys.
Oh, Alicia Keys.
She is 32 today.
Do you think that when she was born, her mum and dad would have thought she's going to be a piano virtuoso extraordinaire? You know, it's lucky we've got the surname Keys.
No, well, because... not really, because her parents are both locksmiths. So she kind of jilted the family tradition.
Right.
So...
Well, I mean, technically speaking, if you go back a generation, you could say the same thing then, really, couldn't you? Because Alicia Keys' mum and dad, their mum and dad, Alicia Keys' grandmother and grandfather must have thought, isn't that funny that they're going to be both locksmiths and they've got the surname Keys? Isn't that funny when you think about it like that? I mean, if you really try and think about it right now, and it will make you laugh because it is really funny.
Okay, hang on, give me a second. We say happy birthday to Eusebio.
Who?
Eusebio.
Eusebio?
Eusebio.
Oh, the 100-meter runner.
No, that's Usain Bolt.
Eusenio.
Eusebio.
Oh.
Eusebio. He is one of soccer's most prolific forwards.
Oh, Eusebio.
That's what I said.
Come on.
He is 71 today.
Wow.
And also, as if you needed telling, today, happy 35th birthday to Princess Charlene of Monaco.
Of course, everybody knows old Charles.
Oh, absolutely. She's a
Beautiful.
Beautiful. A former Olympic swimmer who met her husband at a swimming contest. I know I said Charlene, and Philippa immediately thought of Neighbours, but it's a different one. So there we go. And on this day in history...
I think, she's a former Olympic swimmer. So you know that she's going to have an incredible body. She's going to be fit, toned, athlete. Plus she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now she's a princess.
Yeah.
Does it get any better than that? As far as, what's out there on offer? Right now...
Being queen, wouldn't that be better than being princess?
All right, well, that's a given. That's a given. But a Olympic swimmer, the body, the face. She's beautiful personality to match it all.
Do you know
she's
what
a princess.
she looks like?
Nothing can beat that, apart from being a queen. What?
Do you know what she looks like?
No idea.
So you don't know she's got a nice face?
No, I don't. But she's a princess. Don't all princesses have nice faces? Isn't that part of the job description?
I'm trying to think of a really dodgy princess now. I can't say. Philippa's giving me a name. I can't say that.
Quick, move on.
Yeah, moving on. So happy birthday to her as well. 35 today. And I'm sure she's beautiful.
I'm sure she is.
On this day in history, James Cook begins his first voyage. That was in 1768, long before he took control of the Enterprise. Also,
What?
James Cook.
Was it this?
Captain
James T. Cook?
Yeah, he was in charge of the Enterprise.
Captain James T. Cook?
No, it's Kirk.
Kirk, isn't it? Kirk?
Who's James?
James Tiberius Kirk.
James Tiberius Kirk.
Who's James Cook then?
Oh, it was some explorer in 1768 that found some land.
Okay.
Don't know which bits.
I prefer the other one.
Probably Australia.
Really? He
Yeah.
found.
He found it and left it there for years, I think.
Did he find it? Did he find it?
I think he sort of stumbled across it, yeah.
It's his fault, is it?
He tripped over Tasmania and it was all over. 1875, anything interesting happen then?
1875, Captain Matthew Webb became the first person to swim across the English Channel.
What a nutter.
Why would you do it?
Why would you bother?
Travelling from Dover in England to Calais in France in 22 hours.
So it took him less time to swim from Dover to Calais as it did for Philippa's family to travel 26 hours in a plane from Australia to Amsterdam.
Yeah. In fairness, there's a little bit of difference in the distance.
Not a lot.
Not
a lot.
One is about that on a map. One is about that on a map.
Clearly, maps don't mean a thing, Mark. Clearly, nothing. Believable.
Fascinating laws.
Okay, give me some laws.
Okay, in Texas.
Oh, there's a lot of laws in Texas.
There's a lot of laws. A lot of laws in Texas. In Texas, it's against the law.
Is it?
For anyone to have a pair of pliers in his or her possession.
What, like they're possessed? Like they possess
No,
the
no,
pliers?
not possessed pliers, in their possession. So
Oh, possession.
Possession.
Right, okay. So, like if you've got a tool belt on,
Yep.
you're not allowed to have pliers.
Can't have pliers.
What about a hammer?
You can have a hammer.
Screwdriver?
You can hammer in the morning, you can hammer in the evening, you can hammer all over the land, but you can't have pliers.
That's amazing.
It's
so
incredible.
do you have to sign some sort of waiver if you need to? Bob, pass us the pliers, will you, mate?
No, you can't have them. Can't have
Pass
them.
us the pliers. You can't have the pliers. What are you supposed to do? Write like a disclaimer?
What I want to know is, why has Bob got the pliers? He's not meant to have them.
He's cheating.
Breaking the law is what Bob is doing. You should be ashamed of yourself, Bob. You know who you are. Alaska law.
Alaskan laws. Oh, good ones up there.
Yep. Alaska law says that you can't look at a moose from an airplane. Can I say some of these are probably quite old laws that have probably just been forgotten about,
You
but
can't-
they all still exist in paper.
You can't look at a moose from an aeroplane. What if you're just looking out the window, you know, say going up in the air, maybe 10,000 feet, you can
Yep.
still see everything on the ground,
Yep.
and you catch the glimpse of a moose, the moose looks up and sees you, you see it?
Well, you know what?
You've broken the law?
Well, as long as the moose doesn't say anything,
Oh.
you're okay.
So basically, if you
but
don't
if
get
if that moose rats you out, you're
Yeah.
looking at
time,
jail time.
hard time.
You're in clink.
Yeah, makes sense.
In Miami, it is forbidden
Yeah.
to intimidate. Sorry, to intimidate, not to intimidate. To imitate. It is forbidden to imitate an animal. You can intimidate all the animals you like. That's fine. That's not a problem. But you're not allowed to imitate an animal.
In Miami.
In Miami, you're not allowed to imitate an animal.
So if I go down the street, stand in the middle there of what's the famous street in Miami there, North Miami Beach area, you know,
yeah,
around
yeah,
there.
yeah,
If I stand there, right there, and I just go into the middle of the road, and I just go, that would be against the law because I'd be imitating, of course, a
sick horse.
no, a cow. That was a cow. That's a moo. Not all moos start with an M. I think you'll find. That would be against the law. Is that what you're telling
That's
me?
against the law. You'd be doing a bit of porridge,
Oh, really?
as they say in the UK.
Wow.
And it is against the law to mispronounce the name of the state of our. Let me start again. It is against
You
the
just
law.
broke the law by the sound of things.
Yeah, I nearly did. It is against the law to mispronounce the name of the state of Arkansas in that state.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Right, so if we were to say anything other than Arkansas in the state of
Arkansas.
Arkansas, I thought the state was just Kansas.
What's this?
It's just Kansas.
It's just Kansas.
It says Arkansas on my piece of paper.
No, no.
Can I-
Arkansas.
Ar-
It says
A-R-
Arkansas. Arkansas.
Is it what is the state's name?
The state of
yeah.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Is it pronounced Arkansas?
No, it's Kansas.
Can I show him?
Yeah, show him. He's
Hey.
a boy, our broadcast operator here. He's a thoroughbred American boy, born and bred through and through. It's what?
The state of Arkansas in that state.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what we said. Yeah. That's right, right?
Yeah, but there's not a state of Arkansas.
There's not a state of Arkansas.
There must be. It says so on that piece of paper.
It says so.
No.
So what's it called then?
It's Kansas.
It's just
Yeah,
Kansas.
like Kansas City.
Right, okay.
It's not possible to mispronounce Kansas, is it?
How can you possibly do that? Unbelievable. Yeah.
Today, it is National Day. It is. Have we fallen out today? I feel like there's a bit of tension between
There
us.
is a little bit.
A little bit
you
of
clearly
tension.
didn't get the memo about, first of all, the map. We missed out on the map for the guest. It's day one. I think that sets a bad precedent for the Daily Show. And yeah, we'll just have a little chat about it later. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Well, the good news is that today is International Kiss and Makeup Day. So I'm going to go and give Philippa a kiss, and you can put on some makeup.
Whoa. That doesn't sound particularly fair to me. Why is it that if you've made the mistake, don't put your arm around me? Let's not start there. If you're the one that's made the mistake, how come you get the kiss and I have to put the makeup on? Surely you should be the one wearing the makeup and I should be the one getting the kiss. I think that's fair. Philippa, which one of us two would you prefer to kiss? You've got to make a choice right now.
Yeah, come on,
which one's it
Philippa.
going to be? Me or Mark?
Who'd you like to
Mark
kiss?
or me? Which one? She's leaving the room. Why is she leaving the room? Philippa, come.
Why is she running? Why is she running like that?
Look at the girl, didn't realize she can run so fast.
Is she screaming? Is she screaming?
She's gone. She's gone. Like dust. Orange Australian dust. She's kicking up on her heels. Oh, that was fun.
Anyway, so it is Kiss and Makeup Day. And also, it is International Banana Split Day.
They really have a day for the banana split.
The banana split has its own day.
Wow, it is a nice dessert.
It is a good dessert. Wasn't there a TV show called Banana Splits?
Bananas
In pajamas are coming down the stairs. Bananas in pajamas are chasing teddy bears.
That's it.
Bananas in pajamas.
Bananas
in pajamas are coming down the
That's
stairs.
it. That was great, that show. Loved it. All right, good stuff, Mark. Great fact. I've got a couple of fun facts for you today, taken from the IQ book, 1,227 Facts to Blow Your Socks Off. The book never lies. Did you know a greetings card
Yeah.
that can play Happy Birthday? You know, you open it up, Happy Birthday to you.
All the most annoying things in the world.
they are
When
annoying.
you put them on the sideboard and they open just enough to constantly play.
Yeah, I know it's bad, but check this out. This is a fact that's going to blow your mind. A greetings card that can play Happy Birthday has more computing power than existed in the entire world in 1950. That's how far we've come in just 50 odd years.
Did they have computers in 1950?
Clearly not, because the birthday card that can play Happy Birthday had more computing power than the entire globe in 1950.
But if there were no computers, then presumably a piece of cardboard had more computing power.
A Hallmark card, dude.
What? You can't just take it for what it is. Why do you have to psychoanalyze every single one of my facts all the time?
Okay.
It's not like I'm asking. It's not a question.
Okay.
It's a statement.
You were the one that questioned Kiss and Makeup Day. You couldn't just take that, could you?
Not from you. I know that for a fact. Oranges and lemons smell different due to the chemically identical molecules that are mirror images of each other. An orange is actually just a left-handed lemon. An orange is actually a left-handed lemon, which makes lemons right-handed. Think about it that way. Think about that.
But hang on, you just said orange and lemon smell different.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, completely. But they have a
They're different fruit.
No, they're not. Exactly the same fruit. Exactly the same fruit. One's just right-handed, one's just left-handed. Says it there in the book.
Are you sure you haven't misread that?
No, I haven't. I'm sure.
Like,
Let me just reread it a second. Hold on a minute. Oranges and lemons smell different due to the chemically identical molecules that are mirror images of each other. An orange is really just a left-handed lemon. Thank you. Thank you. I think you'll find I read that very well for me.
Doesn't make any sense.
There we go. How about this one then? This one's going to really, really, really blow your mind. Moon dust smells like gunpowder. Moon dust. It smells like gunpowder.
Presumably that's just because what's in gunpowder? Phosphorus?
You
Sodium?
don't need to try and work out the reason why. That's not the point of this.
Okay.
Think of the fact that when Neil Armstrong first walked on the moon, he took his helmet off and he went, gunpowder. Put it back on. I mean, yeah, that's how they know that. Obviously, they didn't film that bit, but that's how they know.
No, okay, that's good. That's good.
All right, that's it from us today on The Daily Show. Before we leave, though, we just want to remind you, we reminded you a lot yesterday, to write to us this cruise on Dear JC. All you need to do is go to Guest Relations on deck number 3, pick up a Dear JC letterhead and write to us.
Sorry, just... I'm gonna assume if you're watching this at home in
Yeah.
your cabins,
At home.
it's your home for the next 12 days. You're lying in bed right now going, they're probably thinking this as well. Dear JC, but there's two of them. So
Just
is it Dear JC and Mark?
Nah, not really. Well, the letter's been printed, Dear JC, ... because then the ... leads into them writing to us this cruise. Maybe if they've got a birthday, Mark, or an anniversary, or a celebration. Maybe you just want to write on the Daily Show, write us a poem, or a funny story, or anything. You want to write us this cruise. We want to read out all of that positivity. But you've got to go to Guest Relations. You've got to pick up that letterhead and tell us about your birthdays. Tell us about your anniversaries, so we can read them out each and every single morning on the Daily Show and make you feel good about yourselves. Yeah, Dear JC
And Mark. And can we
It's not what it's about.
can we not have some printed?
No, well, they've already been done this cruise. Printed over 100, because last cruise we had 78 letters over the course of the voyage. 78 people wrote to us over the course of 12 days, telling us about birthdays, anniversaries, and we gave every single one of those 78 a little prize at the end of the cruise. Yeah, you got a little something for writing to us as well. But just make sure it says Dear JC, and you don't, nothing
And
extra.
Mark.
Well,
Dear JC and Mark.
I mean, it's up to them if they want to do that, but that's not really part of the... That's not why we're doing it. It's not about you per se. It's more...
it would just be. It would just
It wouldn't be anything, really, would it? It would
as you know, as
just
somebody
be a waste of ink, really.
as
So there we go. Make sure you write to us this cruise. Your positivity, your energy, your fun. You are, however much you write to us, this cruise will increase the positivity of the Daily Show. Will increase the funniness. Will increase the humor levels. So get scribbling, and we want to read out your birthday celebrations, anniversaries, and funny stories. That's what we really want to write, dear JC. Okay, now finishing off the Daily Show today, I would like to let Mark sign off today. So if you just want to do your sign off in true celebrity life activities style, and I won't say anything at the end. I'll let you finish it. I started it, you can finish it. I think it's fair. Off you go. Off you go. Yeah. Just think of something to say good.
okay.
Okay, off you go.
Give me a second.
I'm giving you more than a second,
don't
Mark.
pressure
Just
yourself.
say something
Don't-
quickly before I have to close it.
I can do this. I can do this. Just.
That's it from us on the Daily Show today, ladies and gentlemen. We'll
I've got
see
it.
you
I've got it.
It's too late.
I've got it.
I've got-
I've got it.
Go on then. Bye.